Alrighty, y'all. Video 24, here we are. Got the setup going right now. Absolutely amazing. About to hop on a call with Henry. I just figured I would start the video now. This is my issue, is that I don't start these videos. I'm like, oh, I'll start it tomorrow, and then I never do. So, I'm starting it now. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm starting it right now. I know I yapped about this for like 10 years in my last video. Get ready, it's going to happen again. Just a feeling of like really just wanting to be able to work from my computer wherever I am in the world. It's just been coming up over and over and over, and the more times I think about it, the more I want to make it happen. So that's what we're trying to do. This is the note sheet I made. I have a better one, but I'm not going to put it on YouTube because it's like I'm learning from someone, and it's all her info, and so I'm not trying to put her info on YouTube. But this is what I got going right now. Plus, I got another tab with the stuff that she's teaching me. We're trying to get into high ticket sales. That's the goal, guys. I like sales. I enjoy it. And I'm just trying to think about how can I go from where I'm at now selling cars and just continue to sell, but from my computer, and then make enough money to travel and do whatever. Like, that sounds so cool. So that's the goal right now. All right, y'all, just a strange moment I wanted to throw in here. I just was making TikToks because I'm trying to post every single day, and I refreshed my page, and the number on the TikTok I posted this evening had went up, and then I refreshed again, and it had gone up again, and so on, so on. And it was weird, it's like every single time I refreshed my page, I would have more views and more likes. And it's just such a weird feeling of like, oh yeah, like every single time I do the little like this, and then like it loads again, you know, there's more. Like, it's just, it feels good, but it's also like, what the fuck? You know, people are actually like viewing this shit and liking this shit. And every single time, like in seconds, like I had like 785 just now, right? And then I refreshed and it was at 802. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like, insane. All right, y'all, just got off work, headed back to my house. I just parked, and I just wanted to say, I did the calculations today, and I need $3,000 a month. That's it. I mean, I'm not going to be living, like, super comfortably, but it would work. All right, I could eat food, I could pay for gas, pay rent. At $3,000 a month, I could make that work. So, what that means is that all I need to do is make $3,000 a month from my computer. And if I can make $3,000 from my computer, I'm good. I can quit my job and I can work for my computer full time and hopefully make even more. So if doing just part-time stuff can make me $3K, I'm chilling. And so the goal is make $3,000 consistently from my computer before I turn 21. I've been 20 for about 2 weeks now. And it becomes realer by the day of like, oh fuck, I don't want to be stuck working in corporate hell forever. And so yeah, $3K a month. If I can just do $3,000 a month, I'm chilling. So that's the goal. I'm telling you guys right now, okay? Right now, today's date is November 21st, 2025. All right, I've been 20 for about 2 weeks now, and before I turn 21, I'm gonna be working from my computer full time. I'm fucking calling it right now, y'all. Like, y'all, it's gonna happen. I already know it's gonna happen. Before I turn 21, from my computer full time. Just wait. Go ahead and screen record that last clip because I'm telling you guys right now, I'm so serious. I turned my little light off and I was like, no, like, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you guys right now, replay this video, all right, in a year from now. Replay this video and see where I am. All right, YouTube, hello. I just filmed like a Loom video so that I can apply to high ticket sales jobs. And I just had the camera out and I was like, all right, now's a great time. So I'm just gonna prop y'all up here maybe. We're a little crooked. How about over here? There we go, it's a little better. But yeah, I'm like, well, the camera's out, so I might as well film. So that's what I've been doing. I did like that's like a setting call, I guess that's probably the wrong terminology, but I set for someone. That went well, so that was really cool. And I got to do that 2 days ago. So yeah, that was super, or maybe was that yesterday? That was yesterday. I've been up for like a long time. That was yesterday. But it was cool to do that and like definitely like boosted the confidence a little bit. And so now we're applying for jobs and I'm hoping that I can make that happen. And if I can, then that's what we're gonna get into. Again, the goal keeps changing. The goal was like before I turned 21, then it was okay in June of 2026. Now like I'm thinking like, could I even do this by the end of January? Like, we'll see, right? But for sure, by the time I turn 21, I want to be working from my computer. But few wholesale deals and get into high ticket sales, and who knows? Might be quitting my job in January, into January. We'll see. I don't know. But that's kind of my goal right now. And if it doesn't work out, then it's February. And if that doesn't work, then it's March, so on, so on. But there's a quick update. Definitely rainy Portland, Oregon today. Just rain. That's all there is. Really looking forward to having that not be my view. I love the view itself, but I'm hoping for some nicer weather. So my fingers are crossed that either the weather gets nicer or that I move somewhere. One of the two. Also just wanted to say, like, really feeling grateful that this is what I'm doing, right? Like, for some people, they're like, oh, you work all the time, like, you know, that must suck. I love it. And, like, I would rather be doing this than going to high school, you know, and not all that long ago I was in high school. So it just feels great of, like, yeah, you know, I wake up and I work all day, and this is exactly what I wanted. And now, of course, there's things I want that are new, but, you know, me in senior year at 18 years old, this is what I wanted, and I've accomplished that. Right. And I feel like I don't touch on that as much. I'm like, all right, I have to get to the next goal. How do I get to the next thing? Which is fair. And that's what's coming up for me right now. But I also want to acknowledge, like, I've already accomplished things that I wanted to accomplish. And so just appreciating, you know, being able to wake up and just work and, like, do the thing that I had been wanting to do. And also recognizing, like, there's more levels to it. And there's more I want to accomplish. So mix of both. The real risk, you guys, is not doing anything. I have all these people that come to me and they're like, you know, how would you take the risk? The risk is, like, staying exactly where I am, right? That's what freaks me out. Like, the fact of, like, oh yeah, I could have just not tried and then been exactly where I was before, right? But I tried, I gave it a shot, and I'm happy I did. And even in those moments, like with YouTube, for example, where it didn't work out, I made a video, I stayed up all night making the video, whatever. I posted it and it got 2 views, right? I was still like, hey, I'm glad I tried, right? I would rather, you know, die and know, hey, I gave it my all, instead of what if? Like, that freaks me out. I can't do that. There's the pain of discipline and there's the pain of regret, and you have to decide which pain you'd rather live with, right? Both suck in their own ways, but you have to decide, like, which one would I rather have? And then you have to live with it. I just made a TikTok on this. I might just throw it in here if I can, or maybe I can't because of the music. I'm not sure. I think it's copyright. I think it's copyright. I think it is. Anyway, my point is, like, not doing anything and staying where you are, that's, like, the biggest risk, right? If you take a step and you fail, right? Let's say I try this thing. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. I try it and I fuck it up. Great, right? That's a step. I'm doing something. Better to do something than not do anything, right? Alex Hormozy, he has this quote. I love this one. I just posted this one. He says, I'm going to probably butcher it. I'm not going to get it word for word. You either win or you give up before you win. There are no other outcomes. I love that one because, like, he's totally right, right? If you really think about it, if there's something you want and you know exactly what it is and you're taking the steps to get it, the only reality that ends where, like, you don't have the thing is the reality where you give up, where you hit a point and you're like, dang, this sucks, or I've failed so many times, or this is hard, or I don't feel like it. And that's when you don't get the thing you want. But if you keep pushing through that, then you can have it. One thing I found is the universe is super, super giving. If you figure out, hey, this is what I want, and you take the steps to go get that thing, the universe will give it to you. You just have to be consistent. You have to consistently show up every day and say, this is what I want, and go after it. And if you do that, you're gonna get it. And I mention this a lot, but I don't actually talk about, like, it in detail, so I'm gonna talk about it in detail. But, like, today, for example, right, I'm at work, and I'm making phone calls, and I made, I don't know, it was like 100 phone calls today. So I think it was a little bit under, it was like 90 something. Anyway, I made a bunch of phone calls, right? And there were multiple moments in between those phone calls where I was just thinking of, like, this isn't where I want to be ultimately. It's good for now, but, like, ultimately this isn't where I want to be. And I was thinking about where I do want to be, right? And one of the places that Henry and I have talked about visiting is Dubai, right? And so I'm sitting there at my desk and I'm thinking, like, gosh, like, it would be really cool if I could just be in Dubai, right? And this is the weird part. I talk about how, like, I already know that's going to happen. I already know I have the Subaru, right? Like, I already know that, like, these things are going to happen. The reason I already know they're going to happen is because I know that I'm not going to give up until I get them. And I know that, like, that sounds a little weird, but, like, seriously, the only way I don't end up with this thing is if I give up, right? If I give up. And so as long as I know, hey, I'm not going to give up until I get it, then I can't lose, right? Is that if I show up and I try my best, right, 100% of the time, I give it my all, I know what I want, I'm taking the steps to go get the thing, even if I'm failing, I'm taking the steps, I'm making progress, I'm moving, right? as long as I'm taking those steps and I have in my mind, hey, I'm not giving up until I get this, I can't fail. I'm gonna quote another one, David Goggins, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. I also have, hold on.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
No, but like for real, like showing up, putting in the work, carrying the boats, right? Whatever it is, if you are consistent and you know what it is that you want, you can't fail. You can't fail, you can only give up. So if you're someone, you're watching this, whatever it is you want, just keep sticking with it, keep going, and keep showing up. Keep showing up, keep trying, and eventually you will get there. It's not gonna happen overnight, probably. It might, that would be cool, but it's probably not going to. And in a weird sense, like, kind of hope it doesn't, right? Because the more time you spend not having the thing that you want, the more you're gonna appreciate that thing when you do have it. And if you get something overnight, you know, yeah, it'll be exciting in the moment of like, oh, like, I've only been doing this however long, like 2 hours, and, you know, overnight I got this thing, right? Like, it's exciting. And, you know, there's joy in that too, but you won't have appreciation for it. I know I've said it like 5 times, but like, keep showing up, keep doing the thing, and the more work you put in, the more you will get out, right? It's just like the lottery tickets. I talked about this on TikTok, right? If you want to win the lottery, the more tickets you buy, the likelihood that you're going to win the lottery increases, right? The more chance you have to win. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So if you buy more tickets, you have a higher chance. Same thing in life, right? Not just with the lottery. I mean, yes, it's true with the lottery, but like, you know, if I say, okay, I want to get into high ticket sales, which is what I'm trying to do right now. And in order to get into high ticket sales, I have to memorize the script, right? And if I memorize the script and I'm like, okay, I'm going to practice the script once a day. All right, that's 1 lottery ticket, right? But if I say, hey, I'm going to practice 10 times a day, then it like significantly increases my likelihood of being successful, right? So the more work you put in, the more lottery tickets you have, the better off you will ultimately end up being. Okay, I'm gonna go hit a mean shoulder, bicep, and tricep workout because I have to get that done. I'm tired as fuck. So you guys can probably tell, I got like the bags going, right? It's bad. I hopped on a call with someone tonight and she was like, are you tired? And I was like, fuck, yeah, I am tired. So I gotta be up early for work in the morning. I got what's called a bell tomorrow, which means it's an 11-hour day at work. So I'm gonna get this workout in and yeah, we will see you guys soon. I'm mid-workout, and there's just one more thing that came to mind that I wanted to include. And it's just like, when I talk about how I already know I have it, once you've seen it become possible for someone else, like with your own eyes, like you've actually seen it, not just like through the internet, but like you've seen it happen, then it's like, okay, if they can do it, if they can figure it out, why can't I, right? I mean, here, give me a second, let me pull up the tripod. Stop my workout for this, so it has to be kind of quick, but just I wanted to share this story with y'all because I feel like I don't know who knows this story actually. I think Daniel knows it, and I think that's it. But so for reference, I'm 18 years old. I'm in Kyoto. I took myself to Japan once I graduated high school because I fucking wanted to, and I'd saved the money, and I knew that I could. So I'm in Kyoto. I'm like living it up. I'm like, fuck yeah, I made it happen, you know. And I'm walking down the street, and a Ferrari drives by, and of course I'm like, ooh, a Ferrari, right? And Japan has all these nice cars. I'm sure y'all have seen the reels on Instagram or the TikToks or whatever, like you guys know. And so I'd seen some nice cars like earlier in the day even, like I just, you know, it was kind of part of it. And I pulled out my camera to take a video of it. I think I might still have the video. And I looked to see who's driving the Ferrari. And it's this young guy, maybe mid-20s, early 30s. And he's a white guy. He's a foreigner. He's not even Japanese. And he's driving this like Ferrari in the middle of Kyoto. And that's when I was like, hold on a second. Like, there's levels to this shit. Like, I feel like, oh, I'm on top of the world. Like, you know, I made my dream at the time a reality. I made it happen, right? And this moment didn't take away from that, but it instead was an addition of, oh shit, there's more possible. There's more levels. There's more that's possible, right? I see this guy driving his Ferrari. I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, what does he do for a living? How does he have the money to have a Ferrari? You know? And not only that, but then he's in Japan driving it. Like, what's going on? You know? There's multiple levels. And just when you see that with your own eyes, and not through your phone screen, but with your own eyes, you see that shit, and you see people your age, like, for example, Henry, for me, right? We went to preschool together. I've known this guy since I'm 3. We started in the same place, right? When you see that, and then you see what these people have accomplished, you start to, like, kind of believe in yourself in, like, an insane drastic way, because you're just like, if they can do it, why can't I? What's stopping me? And when you really go down the rabbit hole and you really think, okay, what's stopping me? The answer isn't, oh, I came from a bad family. It isn't, oh, I have a learning disability, right? The answer is me, right? I'm not putting in the work, and therefore I'm not seeing the results that I want to see. As you guys can see, here I am on Zillow. Just got home from the gym. Today's Thanksgiving. I saw my mom. It was good. I'm tired as fuck, as you guys might be able to tell. And the thing I want to do, well, the second biggest thing I want to do more than anything in this like exact moment is I want to go to bed. It's 11:18. I got work tomorrow morning. I'm not supposed to be there till noon, but I'm gonna go in early because it's Black Friday. If I can be the first one there, maybe I can get the closest booth, and maybe, you know, that gives me a higher chance of selling a car. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. But yeah, 11:18 right now. And so some of you guys might be like, okay, you gotta wake up early. You're going into work early. You're gonna get the extra hours. Why are you about to go on Zillow and look for properties? What's the point? It's almost midnight. You got stuff to do tomorrow. Why? Why now? All right, I'm putting it all on the tripod. This is the thing, you guys. Like I said, the second biggest thing I want right now, more than anything, in this immediate moment, is just to go to bed. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But the biggest thing that I want, the number one thing, more than anything, is to like make my dreams become a reality. And so I'm tired as fuck. I want to go to bed, but I gotta look for properties, right? I said I was going to. I didn't get to it earlier. I slept in. I'm guilty of it. I slept in today, so I'm like, all right, well, now here I am. This is the consequence of that. Got to stay up late, and I got to make sure that I do what I said I was going to do. Today, overall, was pretty solid. Today was Thanksgiving, so that was cool. I saw my mom in the evening. It was nice. Got Keegan from the airport in the morning. It was good. But it was just a day of, like, kind of not doing anything productive. I mean, it was nice to see Keegan, and it's nice to see my mom, but I didn't put any work in, and so now here I am, tired as fuck. But hey, I asked to get done. It's 11:20 right now, and the grind does not stop. Heard this quote earlier. I liked it. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but it was something along the lines of, "You can't be number one without being odd." That's what it was. And not to say I need to be number one. I don't feel like I need to be number one, but for me, how I kind of received that was like, if I want to do something that most people haven't done, I got to do the work that most people aren't doing. And so that's kind of what's pushing me through. Like right now, I'm like, fuck, I want to turn off the camera and I want to like make this and be like, yeah, like I'm gonna put in the work and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna go to bed and like, you know, fake it, right? Like of course I want to do that. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to fucking do this shit, dude. But ultimately, when I look at it like long term, you know, in order to get to where I want to get to, I got to do the work that most people aren't doing or most people don't want to do, including myself, the work that I don't want to do in the moment in order to get the result that I want ultimately. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. We're about to get on Zillow. I'm going to look for these properties. As for high ticket sales, I just wanted to give an update on that. That's going well. I've been doing that about 2 weeks now. I don't exactly know the start date. I think it's about 2 weeks. Trying to be a setter for people. I DM'd a bunch of people yesterday. It's been about 24 hours. I haven't heard anything yet. Part of that could be that it's Thanksgiving, so, you know, people are with their family. But haven't heard anything from them either, so might try to apply to some of those as well. Get that done. But yeah. Yeah, there you guys go. You can see I'm tired as fuck, but we're getting it done. We're getting it done. Just want to say one more thing before I totally lock in here. Then this is how it was in high school for me as well. Just the sense of like imagining being where I am right now in a year from now, right? Like what if, like let's just take car sales for example, right? Car sales is better than high school. I'll take car sales over high school any day, but it's not where I want to be ultimately. And so if I think about, okay, every day I wake up, I go to car sales, I do that, I go to the dealership, I make the 100-something calls that I'm supposed to make. Maybe I get an appointment. Maybe someone comes in. Maybe I make a sale. Maybe not. And then I come home and I don't have a lot of time. I got to eat dinner, take a shower, go to bed, and I wake up and do the same thing again. if that was like my day every single day, that would fucking suck. And so right now, in this very moment, the trajectory that I'm on, if I stop doing anything right now, any entrepreneurship, like if I stop doing all this, and I'm like, all right, I give up. I'm just going to do car sales. That is going to be my reality. Every day, that's going to be it, right? So if I think, okay, I don't want to deal with that every single day for the rest of my life, that would suck, right? That gives me pretty good motivation to be like, well, fuck, yeah, it's 11 something at night and I'm tired, but if I don't want that to be my everyday reality, then I have to do something that takes me out of that, right? And I hate to say it, this sounds really bad, like it does and it doesn't, I don't know, it's a mix. Car sales is literally my dream job. Like if I had to work a job that's like a traditional job, car sales would be it. So like I feel guilty saying this. It's like I'm 20 years old and have my dream job. Like that's fucking insane. But I want to work for my computer full time. I want to have that geographical freedom. I want to have that financial freedom. Like there's a lot more I want to accomplish. And so I feel guilty saying this because it's like a lot of people my age don't have their dream job. You know, I should feel lucky. And I do feel lucky. And I'm like, there's still more that I want. And I feel a little bit greedy saying that, but that's the truth. And it's just like, the more time I spend in my dream job, the more I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. And I know that sounds bad, but it's like, what I'm learning is it's not just, I mean, there's some jobs that are better than others for me personally, but it's not, oh, you know, this job has this and this, and I don't like that, but if I got a job with X, Y, and Z, then everything would be great. It's the idea of having a job in general. And when I say that, I mean, you know, that is a like traditional job, right? The idea of not being able to work wherever in the world. The idea of, oh, I have to be at the dealership at this time. I have to be there. Or, oh, I can't go on that trip because then I'm away from like work, whatever my work is, right? It's like, gosh, like if I could just travel wherever I want, whenever I want, as long as I have my computer and I got Wi-Fi and I can still make money doing that, that would be so cool. And so that's kind of where I'm at, is how do I get there? And if I stay right where I am right now, am I going to be happy? And the answer to that is no. So then here we are at 11:30 exactly at night, when I'm supposed to wake up early tomorrow and I'm tired, working to make sure that, you know, in a year from now, that's not where I am, right? One of my biggest goals for, you know, between now and the time I turn 21 is to be able to work from my computer full time and not have to go into a job. Another one of my big goals is to hit my first $10,000 a month at 20. That would be crazy. So I got these goals, I got these things I want to accomplish, but if I don't put in the work, I'm not going to get there. And like, and this is what I want you guys to get. I don't know how many of you get this. When I say like, these are things like I want to accomplish, it's not like, it's like an obsession. Like it's all I think about. It's kind of problematic. Like I saw my mom tonight and like, she asked me how things were going and I kind of gave her a brief rundown, and then it's like, I can't get out of that now. Like the conversation switched to something different and I was still stuck in like in all that, and she could tell, you know, but it's like, it doesn't leave my mind. And to be fair, I've set up systems in place so that it doesn't, because it keeps me motivated. Like for example, my lock screen now is a vision board, and then behind the lock screen, the home screen, is a list of things I want to accomplish before I turn 21. So anytime I open my phone, which is a lot of times throughout the day, I will see these things and I'll be reminded of them constantly. Even if I just check the time, I still see that vision board and I'm like, oh, fuck, you know? So I've set systems in place to make sure I stay motivated, which is good. But the dark side of that is that there's kind of like, this is like the dark side of self-improvement in general, which is if you say like, oh, I'm going to do 10 push-ups every day, and then one day you do 9. So you do your push-ups, but you don't quite get to that number, then it's like you feel like a failure and you feel like shit. And like, on one hand, that's good because you're trying to be self-accountable. And on the other side of that, it's like, you did 9, you know, like, yeah, you didn't get to 10, but you did 9 more than most people are doing. So like, that's still a win. But it's hard to see that as a win when normally you're doing 10. And so anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent there. But my point is, like, it doesn't leave my head. I feel obsessed with it. And then if I go to bed right now, if I'm like, okay, fuck this, and I go to bed right now, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and be pissed at myself. I'm like, dang, I could have worked harder and I didn't. And yeah. Yes, there's that. And then it's also like kind of going back to like it doesn't leave my head. Like if I combine these two things, I'm trying to like break this down for you all. If I combine these two things of it doesn't leave my head, it's all I think about, which is kind of true. And then mixed with like, fuck, I don't want to be where I am right now. In a year from now, I don't want to be stuck here still. So when you put those two things together, it does kind of work if you have, I'm trying to find a way of saying this better. Like there was a study done, I forget by who, I don't know the details, but basically it's like, okay, if you have a mouse and you put a piece of cheese in front of the mouse is going to go to the cheese, right? But if you have a mouse and you put a piece of cheese in front of the mouse and you put a cat behind the mouse is going to go to the cheese even quicker, right? Same thing here is, yeah, I want to fucking make 10K in a month. That would be insane. What happens if I don't? Like, what is the cat? What is behind that? What is the scary thing, right? Like, and that for me is being stuck in that same job, waking up, going to work, not having as much time as I want to have. That's like free time to work on this shit so that I can have more free time. So I don't know if that made sense. It's late and I'm tired, but that's the general like thought process is, yeah, there's these things I want to accomplish and they don't leave my head. And then there's also this idea of, fuck, what if I don't accomplish these things? And then now here I am at 11:30 at night. And this is like, this has happened multiple nights. This is the night that I'm choosing to like film it and like talk about it for you guys. But like most nights, not all nights, but most nights, I kind of start to fall asleep in front of my computer. And when I start doing the like, oh gosh, then I know it's time to go to bed. But that's it. And then I have people ask me like, oh, like, why don't you want to like go to that party? Why don't you want to, even like little things. Like I saw my mom's night, which was nice, but I was like, I don't really, there wasn't an option for me to go to one because one didn't exist. But if there was an option for me to go to some big Thanksgiving dinner, I would have maybe gone for an hour and then it's back home to do work because this is what I really want. And I know it's kind of selfish, but that's how it is for me. And so people are like, why don't you party? Why didn't you do anything on Halloween? Like, why? Like, why work so hard, dude? And it's like, the fucking partying that I want to do exists in the future. But in order to get there, I got to do this boring shit now so that I can have what I want later. Okay, that's my rant for the evening. I will tune in with you guys in a bit. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying to break that down. I know not everyone thinks that way. People who have already done it or are in the process of doing it will get what I'm saying. And people who, are listening and trying to understand will also get what I'm saying. Hopefully. We hope. But I think for a lot of people, they see what I'm doing, and without this explanation, there's like kind of a like, what? Why would you do that? And I wanna like explain it for these people, and maybe they won't get it, and that's all good. But that's kind of my hope with this little, 9-minute, 30-second segment right here. But now I need to stop recording for YouTube, and I need to look for properties on Zillow because it's getting late, and I do have to wake up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to sell some cars. We'll see. It's either going to be like dead as fuck because it's Black Friday or it's going to be like popping. So we're going to wake up early and we're going to try to get there. So yeah, right now it's 11:37 and we're going to see how long it takes me to look. So more soon. One more thing, I've been talking about this on TikTok and I've said it on YouTube too, but I'm just going to restate it again. If you want something, first, the hardest thing is figuring out what you want. And then once you know what you want, as long as you put the work in, you can accomplish it. It's just about actually taking action. And so, yeah, who you know is part of it. If you get lucky, that's part of it too. But a lot of it is hard work. And the more work you put in, the more results you will see ultimately. For all the people who are going to comment in a few years from now, and they're going to see my success, and they're going to be like, oh, he got lucky. Replay this video, tell me how lucky I got. Alrighty. So I started looking for properties on Zillow and started to fall asleep with the lights off. So I ended up just writing out my script for high ticket sales. Um, I didn't find any properties, but I'm glad I looked. I would rather, try and fail rather than not try to begin with and just sit there and wonder, gosh, what if. So I'm gonna go to bed, but yeah, don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done, you guys. Even if it sucks, even if you're falling asleep in front of your computer and you got to switch to something else, like, stay productive and do what you say you're gonna do, and remember what happens if you don't, right? So yeah, all right, I'm tired as fuck, but thanks for tuning in. All right, I'm back. So I went in, I got there early. I was, I think, the first one, maybe the second one in, and it totally flopped. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, Black Friday, people will come, they'll buy cars. Nope. No one was there. I think one person sold a car, maybe two. It was just a bad day. No one showed up. But there was a cool piece of information. This was sick. I'm gonna put you all in the trap. Hold on. Okay, so there's this guy I work with. He's 19. He just turned 19. He's the other young guy in there. Everyone else is older. And he's in ecom. And I'm not gonna share all the details. I don't know what he wants shared and what he doesn't want shared, so I'm gonna leave out key details. But he's in ecom, and Daniel and I got started in ecom, so we can relate to that a little bit. And the last few weeks, he'll check in and be like, oh, how's wholesale going? I'll ask him how ecom's going. And I've asked him, I said, oh, how's ecom? And he was like, oh man, I haven't got any sales. And it's been that way for the past couple weeks. I've been asking. And he comes in today, and he got there maybe 5 minutes after me, and he still has his coat on. And so I know he hasn't even set his bag down yet. He's coming right to see me. He has this big smile on his face. He's like, dude, check it out. Shows me his phone. I'm not gonna say the number, but yesterday he made a bunch of money. And then today he's like, dude, we're already up this much today. And he was on track to maybe go over the number he'd done yesterday. And so it was just such a cool moment of fuck, that's so sick. He's been working, he's been grinding, and he hasn't seen any results, and he's been trying over and over and over. And then finally today, he started to see it. And it's through Shopify, so you get the payment notification, the cha-ching or whatever. And literally it was going off during car deals. He was trying to sell someone a deal, and you just hear cha-ching come out of the pocket. Insane. So happy for him, and also just what the fuck, dude? So cool. And I'm excited for when my moment comes. I don't think it'll be with Shopify. I won't get the cha-ching, but I'm hyped for him, and it's literal proof. I just made a TikTok about this last night, but literal proof, if you put in the work and you do the things that most people aren't doing, and you continue to try even when it gets difficult, you will get the result you want. This is literal proof of it, right? For weeks, he's come in. I'm like, how's it going? Nothing. Oh, I got one person's in my store, one person paid, right? I made $20. This isn't nothing, but it's not what he wants to be doing. And then finally today he comes in and he's like, dude, he's chilling. He, again, I'm not going to say numbers, but I will say this. Based off the number he made yesterday and the number he made today, if you add those two together, and I don't even know what he's at right now. I just know what he was at when he left work. So it's probably even more. If you put those two numbers together, he just made in 2 days what my monthly salary was at my old job. More than what my monthly salary was at my old job, which is insane. So that means he literally made someone's salary in 2 days. Someone's monthly salary in 2 days. What the fuck? That's so cool. I guess the TikTok he posted about his product blew up. It got 500K views overnight. And so literally he was sleeping yesterday. He was asleep and he woke up and he had made money while he was sleeping. That's so fucking sick. And y'all can tell I'm hyped as fuck. It's not even my money. I didn't make any money, but it's just so cool to be see someone do it and go after it and fail and then finally get to that place. It's so cool. I'm happy for him. I'm excited for my time to come. And it fires me up. It gets me excited. I'm fuck yeah, I love it. So that was the big event of the day. No car sales for me. Nothing happened. It was kind of a shit car sale day, but super cool for him. And it was fun to watch the number go up. We check in every other hour, and like the number had gone up more. It is so cool. It's literally, you guys, like, it's literally like the fucking like TikToks or Instagram reels you guys have seen of like people, especially with drop shipping, and like they have the Shopify notifications and like scrolling through on their phone, like how many notifications they got, and it's all payments. Like literally he did that in front of me. Like it's, oh my gosh, it's just like the fucking reels you guys see. It's just like the YouTube videos. You just have to make it a reality. It's possible, but you have to create it. And I mean, it's not easy, but it's not impossible to do if you put in the work and you stay consistent, and it's very doable. But just so cool, so cool. I know I keep saying that. I'm happy for him, and it's so cool to see in person, you know? I've seen that on the internet all the time, but it's different to like know someone and see them try and then actually like see the result of that. Is just so fucking sick. Oh my gosh, it's bright. I have not seen what the numbers are for this month, so we're gonna find out together here. Go down here, give it a second. Okay. It's the last 28 days. Let's see, just November. Okay. That's what we're looking at. Try to get it to focus here. There we go. So 330 views in November, insane. 11 hours of watch time and 8 subscribers. Love to see it. Let's just check out just October just so we can see. Yeah, October we got more subscribers but less watch time, and definitely less views. And then September we were chilling. September's kind of off the charts. Yeah, 20 subs. 449 views, 21 hours of watch time. September was kind of crazy. But I will take that. That's better than last month. Yeah, we have less subscribers, but more content is being viewed by more people, and you love to see it. Also, 13 views in the last 48 hours. Let's go. Insane. Thank you guys. Just driving back, I hit legs and back today. Now I'm headed back home. I got some Chipotle, because you know you gotta get Chipotle. Wanted to give a quick update here. This will be the end of video, I believe it's 24. I've lost count. I believe it's 24. This video's gonna be long as fuck. I put it on my Instagram. I said you guys can choose how long you want this video to be. It could either be super long video 24, or we could break it up to video 24 and 25. You guys decided super long video 24, so that's what we're getting here. Right now it's a half hour, so we'll see how long it ends up being, but that's what's going on. I know the majority of this video has been me talking about like being able to see it and like feeling frustrated of like knowing that it's possible, but just like having to wait to actually, not having to wait to make it possible, but like being able to see it but not have it is a better way of saying it. And that's been the majority of this video, is me just talking about that, and it's gonna happen some more in this clip right here. But that's the reason I share that all with you guys, is because that's what's on my mind, right? Like, I already know like half this shit becomes a reality. I just have to like wait for it to happen, you know, and put in the work to make it happen too. It's not just waiting for it to happen, but I already know it does, and that's frustrating. And I mean, I'm not gonna share real numbers, but you know, I did some math, and like, if certain things go right, or go how I want them to go, right? If they go how I want them to go, there's a chance that I could hit my first 10K month in January, which sounds crazy, because I haven't made any money online at all. So then say, oh yeah, from no money online to 10K, that's a big jump, right? And, you know, it's not a guarantee that will happen, it might not, but the reason I know it will, or part of the reason, is just like, there's not a reality where it doesn't, right? Maybe not January, maybe it doesn't happen in January, but it will happen. If not January, then I'm gonna try February. If February doesn't work, then we're gonna try it in March, and if that doesn't work, then we're gonna go to April, and so on until it works, right? There's no other reality, there's no other choice. So it's just about putting in the work and also waiting it out until the universe, God, you know, whatever higher power you believe in, decides, okay, yeah, you've earned it, right? So that's the spot that I'm in right now, is knowing, yeah, I'm going to make this a reality. I know this is going to happen. I just don't know when. And that's frustrating. So people often ask me, like, how are you so confident, like, this is for sure going to work? And it's like, I'm not going to stop until it does. That's the thing, is it's no longer Like when I was younger, it was, okay, I want to make this work. Is it possible? And then I saw people do it, and it was like, okay, it is possible. How do I figure it out? And now it's just like, okay, I know if I continue to do what I've been doing, I will figure it out. It's just a matter of time, right? And so that's the place, I mean, I've said this just now, but like that's the place I'm in right now, is like knowing, okay, I'm on the right path. I just have to, you know, stick it out, right? I have to keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually the reality that I want, as long as I put the work in, will become real, right? It will no longer be in my head, it'll be in real life. But I have to put in the work in order to get there. And I hear all these people say things along the lines of like, I want to drive that car that the other person can't drive, you know, or I want to get with that woman that these other guys can't get with, or I want to go to this place and other people can't go here because they don't have enough money, but I do, you know? Like, people want that because it makes them feel special, right? And it's fun, totally, right? To like travel, you know, get the things other people don't have, you know, it feels good. But I hear people say that, but I don't hear anyone say, oh, I want to do the work that no one else is doing, right? Like, you have to have both. You have to have both. You have to be able to say, oh yeah, I'm going to put in the work when I don't want to put in the work, when other people aren't putting in the work, to get the thing that other people don't have. Like, that's part of it. And I share that bit in particular because I feel like, I mean, you know, part of it is calling myself out, right? What I've started doing is writing a list of stuff that I want to get done through the day. And then at the end of the day, I look over that list and I go, did I actually accomplish the things I wanted to accomplish on that list, right? And if I didn't, then I say, okay, how can I make sure it doesn't happen again, right? How can I tweak some stuff to make sure that I can get that result that I want? And if I did, then I go, great, what worked and what didn't work? What can I make even better, right? So having the self-accountability to realize, okay, this is what's working, this is what isn't working, but also like keeping yourself in check a little bit here, right? Because it's really easy to say, oh yeah, like, you know, doing the work other people aren't doing. Well, you know, the majority of people aren't doing this, so I am, and therefore I'm good. It's like, no, right? Why would you stop, you know, trying to improve yourself? Right? Just because you're doing what, you know, other people aren't, does not mean that you're good, right? You can always be better. And like, why not try for it? Doesn't mean beat yourself up if you fail or you mess up, but it does mean at least try to be better every day, right? Because ultimately that's what's going to get you to where you want to be. But anyway, back to what I was saying before. A little tangent there. I see this version of reality where I'm not waking up and driving to work, and I'm not getting a paycheck, right? I mean, I am, but it's like not in the form of like a 9 to 5. And I can open my computer and I can work from my computer. Like, I see this reality so clearly. And the most frustrating part is it's not, will it become a reality? Will I make this happen? It's, I know I will, I just don't know when. And that's honestly like more frustrating because it's not like an all or nothing. It's just like I have to sit and wait it out. And it's, I don't want to say boring, it's not boring, but like, it's just awkward. It's an awkward space to be in. Like, I already know it happens, I just don't know when. And it's like doing everything I can to make it happen sooner, while also knowing like it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. I don't know if that makes sense. Some of you guys are gonna get that, some of you guys are gonna be like, what does that mean? So to bring that all together, because I'm not sure how much sense that made, to bring it all together here, basically it's a mix of, here, you guys can see, it's a mix of being able to put in the work that other people aren't putting in to get the result that you want, and knowing, hey, if I put in this work, I will ultimately end up where I want to be if I continue to try and I continue to put in the work. But if I don't, I'm not going to get there. But if I stick with it and I mess up, but I try again and I continue to do that, I will get to where I want to be. And if I, you know, if I've decided in my brain, this is what's going to happen, I know for sure this is what I want, and this is what it takes to get it, and I'm going to continue to put in that work until I get it, then it's just a waiting game. That's all that's left, is just like, okay, I know I have it, just when is it going to happen? Last thing I'll say for this video, you guys, is like, if you know what you want, just do it, right? There's always going to be someone who doesn't like you, and so fuck what everyone else says, make it possible for yourself. And if people don't like you for it, like, that's all good. You know, you're going to find the people who do like you. You are going to find those people who are like-minded if you look for it and if you put yourself out there. You know, a big reason why I didn't put myself out there is because, like, dang, like, no one else is like this. I'm just kind of weird. And, like, I like this for me, but, like, I don't think anyone else is going to get this. But once I did take that jump and I put myself out there, I found the people who were like that. And the reason I didn't find them before is because I wasn't willing to put myself out there, and therefore they didn't even know I existed, right? So put yourself out there, decide what you want, and then just work your ass off to make it happen. And there's going to be a million people who don't believe in you. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, oh, that's bullshit. That's not going to work. And then one day it is going to work, and they're going to say, oh, I always knew you could do it. So, all right. See y'all in the next one.